This video, I'm going to show you how to do some quick statistics in the graphing calculator. So this is the TI84, the 83 should be the same. So the first thing we need to do is go to this button that says Stat, S-T-A-T, and we're going to push that. And it gives you a bunch of choices, but our first choice should be to edit because we need to enter our value. So I'm going to push enter. And on purpose, I left some old things in there because I want to show you how to clear it. And notice I'm saying the word clear, I'm not saying delete. So be careful as you're doing these. Do not delete. You will get rid of your list. So here, hopefully you can see it's activated in this cell where it says -5. And I'm going to push the arrow up and it goes to the very tip top where it says L2. I'm going to push clear and it's not going to look like anything happened. But when I drop the arrow back down, it has cleared that list. So make sure this is how you're clearing screens. So let's go over and do the first list too. I'm going to click over to the first row or the first column. I'm going to push up to the very tip top and I'm pushing clear. And then I push down and it's all gone. So please remember that. Please remember to push clear. Don't push delete. Delete will get rid of list 1 and then it might mess up your calculations. You can put it back. You don't want to learn that much about the calculator, I don't think. Right. So let me tell you the numbers that I'm going to put in. I want to put enough that we feel like we did something, so I'm going to put in 45. And after each number, I push enter, and it'll continue down the list. And then 34, and then 102, and then the number 6, 95, 18, 27, 34, 12, and 45. So I did a video on how to do this in Excel and I'm picking the same data just to show you that they're the same. I'm just giving you variations of how to try it. So this was the important first step, was to enter our statistics into the calculator. Now we can go back and have it do something. So before we do anything, we need to go back to a regular screen. So notice I hit second in mode. On top of mode it says quit. That's how we get to our normal screen. In the normal screen, I would like to hit statistics again. All right, so we've edited. That was the first thing. Now we're going to go over to calculate. Calculate is asking the calculator to do something for us. The one var stats or one var stats means one variable. We only put in one list of numbers, so that's what we would like to say to do. So I'm going to push enter. Calculators can look a little different at the screen depending on when you bought it, so what version of the TI you have. That's okay. You may hit enter and it may give you the answers. You may hit enter, it might look like mine where it says list and mine's list 1, that's what I want. And I just keep pushing enter until it comes to calculate. So it doesn't matter what version you have, push enter until you get these answers. All right, now that we're here, you can see it says X bar, which is the mean, is 41.8, so it calculated the arithmetic mean. This says what happens if it added it up, it would be 418. This is a square, don't worry about that. You do care about this though. This is the standard deviation and I will be asking questions about standard deviation. So even though it's not where we're at now, it's where we're going. So know that this is a one time, like it's kind of like your one and done. I put the numbers in, I push the button, I get all the things I want out of it, which is awesome. So the average, super important. This S is super important for standard deviation. We know there were 10 values, that's fine. The minimum was 6, that's important. I'm going to push the arrow down because there's more coming. The median is 34, so I already have that. So I've grabbed the mean, the standard deviation, and the median from this one-time entering. I'm going to keep clicking down. It says the max is 102, that's nice. So there's all the information I got from there. You have a little bit more you can do. Now that you know the min and the max, you know the range. So it didn't give it to you, but it's a simple calculation of subtracting. You can also get the mid-range. So you can add 102 and 6 and divide by 2. So it did that for you. Sometimes you have to think a little. I like for you to think a little. So I'm not upset that it doesn't give you range and mid-range. Those are super easy. You don't need a calculator to tell you that. What is missing here that I think maybe you want to know is the mode. Like notice the mode isn't on here. I'm not sure why. But anyway, let's go back and I'm going to clear this so you're not looking at it. Remember when I hit stat earlier and it gave me some choices? Do you see how there's an edit sort A, sort D? Sort A means sort ascending. So it takes the list that we gave it and it's going to put it in order. So let's do that. So I'm going to say sort A, and I'm going to push enter, and it says, okay, what is it? If you can look over 1, it says L1, 2 says L2, 3 says L3. So it's kind of this coordination. On mine, it's in blue. Okay, so that means I need to push the blue button. So I hit second, and I hit 1, and it pops L1 onto the screen. So now it's going to sort the list I put in. And it says done, and you're like, well, where is it? It's in the stats. So I go stat, and I hit edit, and there's my list. I think this is a good way to do the mode since it doesn't do it for you. In this list, I can see 16, 112, 118, 127. I see 234s, 245s, a 95, and a 102. The 234s, the 245s, that shows me my mode, that it's there. So at least in the sorted version, you can see it pretty well. I don't think mode's something that's hanging any of you up anyway. I think the things you really wanted to see were tell me the mean, tell me the median, and after next class, you're going to say, tell me the standard deviation because I don't want to do the calculation. So remember, that's going to be super simple. It's stats, one variable, and then just push enter.